Boltz-2 just came out, and it's very good at predicting binding affinity. Why is accurately predicting binding affinity so important?
Binding affinities is one part of specificity, and a big part of it. If you're developing a drug to treat a disease by binding to a protein, you would like that drug to have a very high affinity for that protein and a lower affinity for all other proteins in the cell. So at a high affinity, it will inhibit the function of that protein specifically and hopefully ameliorate the disease. If it binds other proteins, it may or very likely inhibit other activities that would be detrimental to the patient. So very high binding affinities is terribly important for the specificity of a drug. 2, the lower concentration you can use in a drug, the more likely that it will be specific. So high affinities, low concentration. Now when you start talking about other protein, DNA, protein, RNA, protein-protein interactions, again, the affinity of those interactions allows you to map on the surface of a protein or two proteins or protein and DNA the specificity of the interaction. And therefore, you can use the affinity as a way of understanding how a protein is trafficked to different parts of the cell and how it interacts with specific neighbors. And this is really the essence of how, we have 50,000 to 100,000 proteins in cells, all in this lipid membrane, carrying out all these processes that make the cell functional in a skin cell or blood cell, allow it to transport, metabolize, be a dynamic entity. It's all dependent upon the affinities of interactions of molecules.